Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Minecraft train platform just like this one. I will be showing you how I built it and how the train works. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to be showing you how it works. So here we are on the platform. We've got these nice chairs over here. There are people everywhere and here's a clock to see the time. So once we have to go, we just get in the minecart and press this button over here by right clicking it. And we are off. Now once we reach our destination, the train parks over here. We can get off and we can press the button to send it back off towards the platform. And it will go through an underground train system to go back to the platform. Now if we go over here, and here it is, so we can use it again. And now we can keep on using it. If there's nobody in the train, you get off, it will automatically go through the underground system back to the platform. Let's wait for it, and here it comes. So now I'm going to be showing you how I built it. So first of all, I use stone bricks over here to make a small platform. For me, it's about 6 blocks wide. So once I made a little rectangle, I used these slabs. You can find everything in the creative menu. If you don't understand how to use this, you can watch our previous video. So I used the slabs to create this gap over here. All you do is like you see these blocks, you just click on the top of it and here you go. That's how you build the little gap. For the seats, I used spruce stairs. They're a nice color for the seats. For these poles, I used a combination of these bricks, these fences and bricks on top too. They're about 5 blocks tall. And for the roof of the platform, I used these smooth stone slabs. They're a perfect color and texture for the roof and they look amazing in my opinion. So the tricky part is making it like bend. So what you do is you just use these blocks and you can either place the slabs on the top or on the bottom like this. And using this, you can angle the blocks. So how you build it is you get the block, then you place a slab on top, slab on the side, and then go down and then over here. And then you break this and replace it. So it creates that angle. Same thing on the other side. Slab on top, slab on the side, slab forward, and then you go down and across and then you break it and replace it. For the light, I just replaced the slabs on top and put glowstone in them for the light. Looks really nice. For the clock tower, I used fences, birch planks and item frames. Now what item frames do is that you can place items in them for showcase. You just right click to place them, and then for example you can take a clock and just right click the clock in them to showcase it, and it looks really nice. And I've placed a trapdoor on top to make it look nice. And last but not least, on the building side of view, I used these glowstones and trapdoors around them. On the top, you just have to right click them and then oak leaves on top. In my opinion, this looks really nice. It gives some light and it's like these pots. Now that you've seen how you can build a platform, let's see how to make the rail system. So in Minecraft, if you open up the creative menu and go to the transportation section, which you will see over here, you can find all types of transportation systems. We will be looking at the top row for now. These are different type of rails, but the two we will be using in this video are the powered rails and the normal rails. Now what powered rails do is that you can place them and you can power them to speed up your train. So the different ways you can power them, if you go into the redstone section, is using blocks, torches, but what I like to use are levers. So you can just place a lever next to it switch it on, and now as you can see it's glowing, which means it's powered. Now the problem with powered rails are that you cannot make the train turn using them. For example, if it's going straight and I want it to go sideways now, it won't work, as you can see. Now this is where these normal rails come in place. You can just place them in the corner, and as you can see they're connected now. But the problem is they're not powered anymore, so you can just place a lever and use this. Now if you get a minecart, which is Minecraft's train, you can say, and place it on top of the rail using right click to get in, and then press W. We will go forward. As you can see, we went really fast because of the powered rails. If you don't power the rails correctly and they're not glowing, then your train will stop in its tracks. Now over here what I've done is that I have the rail coming here, powered rails, and then it goes up a slope and then down. So basically it looks like this, and what this does is that when the minecart comes up, it automatically stops on these powered rails since they are not powered. So that's a really useful feature for non-powered rails. As you can see, the train is stopped right here and you can get on it. And I'm using the button over here to power the rails. You don't have to place it over there, you can also use a lever just here. So that's how you can make the train stopping feature, to make sure that it stops for you when you need it to. Now let me show you how the other side of the rail system works. Now once we reach our destination, this is something which I've done extra. It's a little tripwire system. It detects if there is a person inside the minecart, and if there is, it will switch the tracks and it will make you go this way, right here. And as you can see, I've used another powered rail right here to make sure that our minecart stops. And when you click it again, it goes on its way down. Now what I've done here is that these are tripwire hooks. You can find them in the redstone section. I will be explaining these in our upcoming redstone video, in which I will be showing you how redstone works the proper way. This is just a brief explanation. So basically there's string in between, and when you press it, it gives a redstone output over here. And what it does is the redstone goes over here. And what you should know is that if you've got a bend and you power the rail, for example if I do this, it powers it and it switches the rail. So when there's someone inside the minecart, they're obviously taller than the minecart, and they press the tripwire hook, and this switches the minecart so that it goes in our stopping side. And if there's nobody in the minecart, it goes the other way and into our back rail system. So what I've done for the return feature, which makes our rails go back towards the platform, is that back in here under the ground, I've got a secret rail system. So what happens to the minecart is that it comes over here. It's full of powered rails to make it come really fast, as you can see, and then it comes up. Remember, I've used rails in the bent sections, and it just comes over here and stops here. So we can use it again and it doesn't just run off. So as you can see, this is the basic functionality of how you can make your train system work. You don't really need the tripwire function, since you can just link it up so that when you press the button, it just goes back towards the platform. This is something I've done extra, and you can just use this function so that it just goes back to the platform. You don't need to add all of the tripwire and stuff. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the showcase of my train platform. I will be showing you in another video how to use all of these redstone blocks. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share it with other people who like Minecraft, and I will see you in another video. Goodbye.